just have your feet shoulder width apart. Just relax the shoulders and tune into the contact between your feet and the ground. Lengthen up through the spine. Just take some slow, deep breaths. Soften around the shoulder joint, the elbows and the wrists. I'm just using a mind's eye to create some space in those joints. And then focus on really sinking in the hips. And also the knees, you want the knees slightly bent and the knees in line with the toes. Just gently breathing in and gently breathing out. Have your chin gently resting on an imaginary floating ball. So it's not too far forwards, not too far back. Notice the sounds you can hear. Just turn the waist. Just allow the arms to flop round. Gently loosening in the arms. Show you that from the side. So I'm asked an interesting question about what am I doing with my eyes. For the most part, I'm lining where I'm looking up with where my torso is pointing. And there are a couple of ways you can do this. You can keep your head still and look forward. And that gives you a gentle neck massage. Or you can turn your head and line it up. Line your gaze up with the middle of the body. So really relax. Just keep going. I'll have a look. Yeah. Okay, relax your shoulders more and lengthen. You want to lengthen up and also down. Just actually try that. See if that works. A little bit more on the feet. There you go. So you're sinking. Gently breathe in and gently breathe out. Okay, we'll just tune into the feet a bit more today. So draw the toes in, so you activate the arches of the foot and transfer the weight from one foot to the other. Keep breathing. So you're aiming for your weight to go through just behind the ball of each foot in that bubbling well, the Yonchuan point. Okay, back to the middle. Just very gently sink forwards and back. So as you're looking forwards, you're listening behind and listening above. There's this gentle rising feeling in your support bones and a relaxed feeling in your muscles. Relaxed and sinking feeling. So the muscles sink and the bones rise. You can think of it that way, if that helps. Okay, and then combine the two. Just keep your breathing gentle and relaxed. So, other direction. Check your posture. Figure 8. Sink the hips. Use your soft focused gaze. Gently breathe in and breathe out. Back to the middle. Okay, we're going to look at the outside and inside term. I'm just going to have to shut the windows behind me. The train people are being a bit noisier than usual. Brilliant, that's better. I'll have to open them up again for air later, but so we're going to look at we'll do the outside turn first. So I'll show that from the front and also from the back. And we've also got a couple of new movements we'll be doing. So we've been doing the whole of the form, well, the whole of the first half of the form. So what I propose in the health bit, we sneak in some movements from the second half of the form in to be slotted in later. But we'll continue just doing the whole of the first half just to kind of keep things boiling over. And that is my cunning strategy anyway. So outside turn, you transfer your weight, you turn to the opposite corner to where your weight is, and then so it goes 1, 2, 3. If you broke it down, 1, 2, 3, and from the back, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a bit faster. So you're doing the outside turn. Oh, it's much quieter now. Yeah. So in the forms classes, I try and use my lapel mic, but it's not charged properly. So, yeah. That's it. So you want to, okay, use your eyes as well. So if I do it in slow motion, I transfer and then I'm looking. So I'm lining up with my torso. And you get that soft focus gaze through that corner. Yeah, and we're breathing. That's better. Okay, more upright. So you're lengthening. Remember, you're floating up through the crown of the head. Okay, that was so good. We'll do the inside turn. So what you're doing is you turn towards the side you're going to. So for example, if I go to my right foot, I turn to the right. If I go to my left foot, I turn to the left. So I find this turn relatively more straightforward. And think about really letting go in that waist area, that it's moving, that it's nice and free. Okay, this time, sinking to the leg, turn the foot in, transfer the weight, sink, turn the foot out, and you keep a bend in that knee. I'll come this way a little so you can still see some of my foot, and I'm doing my soft focus gaze. So I go 1, 2, sink 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit faster, and we add the arms in. But you want to make sure your knees are in line with the toes at all times, and you're staying upright. So my torso faces the side and it faces the other side wall. And we're breathing. And then raise the hands up. shake. Okay, a little bit more loosening, and then we'll do some Qigong. So hopefully you should feel your feet. Again, you don't want them too relaxed, like so that you want a little bit of, just a little gentle holding in the feet. So if you're standing on soft sand and you want to feel the sand with your foot, so you just hold the foot round it. Nice active arches, and turn the palms up. And we're all breathing. Lovely. Yeah, much better, everyone. You're all relaxing your shoulders. And, okay, lengthen more along the spine. That's it. Keep going. And change. So it's the outside turn. Show you that from the diagonal. Breathing nice and relaxed. The front. So I'm tuning into the natural springs of my body, and also you want to connect and feel that the whole body is connected. I really like, I've been practicing these for years now, the loosening exercises. I really like them. I find them very beneficial to my own practice. It's really good. Okay, so we'll just keep moving. It's been a little bit damp out there this morning when I popped out. So, and we're all breathing. So yeah, next week, what I'm hoping, I'm at a half-day meditation seminar. So if I find out anything useful from it that I can relate to the Tai Chi practice, I will of course share. So okay, relax. Yeah. So palms of the hands. So when I was doing this with the Kaskubas, my main teachers, they were at one point they were saying about getting the hand shape correct for when you're doing your practice. So you've got two choices. You can either put your hand on your knee, and that's the hand shape. But my favourite one is this one. You put your hand on your head. Right, that's the right shape. That's the right shape. So try it. And then what you want to do with the palms of the hands is you want to relax. So you're relaxing around the palm, you're relaxing around the wrist, you're relaxing around all your fingers and your thumbs. So there's this relaxed, open, but firm feeling, and you get that like that. Oh, great. So try that one again. So with a different hand shape, see if that makes a difference. So the other thing with this one is the elbow falls on the side. Yeah, look, watch. It's already going to move because I'm relaxed even before I use my arms, and then it comes up. And you want to line your Lao Gong point with your Chi Hu point. Chi Hu, Lao Gong. So there you go. Try. Okay, and change. So just letting them fall down. And letting the lower back go. So you lengthen. And we're breathing. Fabulous. Just, oh, nice to relax. Okay, so just turn the waist and just allow the arms to swing back and swing forward. And again, pay attention to the natural spring action of your body. Gently breathe in, gently breathe out. And then wobbling. So we didn't actually do wobbling on Saturday. I spent the entire day training with the Kuscubas. We did do the first move though, the waist turning exercise. So you want to really let go in those shoulder joints. Practice your gaze. And we're all breathing. Very good. And relaxing around the jaw. Little shake out. Right, just to finish. Yeah, let's do this. So actually I will move that down because then otherwise so you can see the feet a bit better. Let's do that. Oh. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this little exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, sink. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let me get the numbers correct. I'll start. Don't worry, you don't need to see the top of my head. You just need to be able to see my feet. So 1, sink back. 2, turn. 3, transfer the weight. 4, cat stance. And then you might need to adjust the back foot so that it points towards the corner, and the front foot and knee point towards. God, it's like being in a. See where this? I'm pointing with my hands where my knees are pointing, where my toes are pointing. And then heel, toe. Feel the sand under your feet. Transfer the weight, and you want to make the transfer of the weight smooth. And this is sinking down. This is floating up. Sleepy tiger eyes. Sink back. Turn. You close. Transfer the weight. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the wall's in the way, so I'll move here. Do it again, a few more times. 1, sink back. It's like almost like a coiled spring feeling in the legs. 2, you turn, so you close this hip. 3, you transfer. Sink the hips. 4, bring that foot round, knee in line with the toes. Front knee, front toes point towards the front. Back knee, back toes point towards the corners. Heel toe. Keeping these sunk. transfer your weight, softly gazing forwards. Sink back, raise up, 2, 3. So my knees are still in line with my toes. Then I bring this round. This wasn't round enough. So eventually you can tell where your foot. So this bit, you really want to turn that foot in. And then you won't need to adjust it at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, sink back. 2, turn. 3, transfer the weight. 4, cat stance. 5, heel and toe. 6, transfer the weight. 1, sink back. 2, turn. 3, transfer the weight. 4, cat stance. 5, heel, toes. 6, sink forward. 1, sink back. 2, turn. 3, transfer the weight. 4, cat stance. 5, heel and toe. 6. And relax. That last exercise is a very good one to practice at home, but doing it really, really slowly and carefully, so that you're not skipping any stages. Eventually you can do it a bit quicker, actually. That's quite interesting. Yeah, okay, let's do that now. So do some faster ones and see what happens. So very experimental. Sometimes it gets So pause. So what am I doing? Yeah, I'm actually turning almost before. I'm staying ahead. My eyes are staying ahead of my legs. If that helps. We did a lot of footwork in yesterday's. I've been going to the online self-defensey type classes with Ollie and Julie and Morgan, and they were emphasising footwork. I mean, obviously we were moving much faster than this. I'm not used to moving so fast, but okay. So, but that speed stems from, to show you again, 1, deliberate, check your alignment. 2, check your alignment. 3, transfer the weight, check your alignment. 4, check your alignment. 5 and 6. So yeah, it's about sort of giving yourself, have a little shake out. It's about giving yourself the room to be able to do things in. Okay, let me just open that up again. Brilliant. Okay, so water break, and then we'll do some qigong with the new moves thrown in that I'll just sneak in under the radar, and then we'll be looking at them in the context of the form once we've actually practiced them individually. What I'm finding in my online Monday evening class, which we're looking at the form in an hour and a half rather than an hour, it's we're actually doing less than what we do in this class. It's very strange, but we're practicing more repetitions in the long form, but finding if we just practice the individual moves for a few weeks and then slot them into the form, it's a bit easier. So I'm just continuing with that with that vein, really. So, just check your posture. Feel nice and tall. Tune into the ground. So you just want to spend a bit of time settling, feeling comfortable, and tuning into that really quiet, calm space. And then we'll just do this. So I've been watching Professor Lin Hao Sheng teaching his 18 set, those of you that are learning the 18 with me, and also watching some of the Grandmaster Chen Shao Wang doing his silk reeling, and one thing that sort of struck me was that they're kind of gently and almost imperceptibly luxuriating in what they are doing. At least it feels like, it looks like it's very comfortable and very nice to do. So you wanna give yourself some room, and kind of like when you're in a nice big bath. Yeah, a few years ago I was at a Tai Chi retreat, and we was in this sort of stately home place, this very old home. It was very old. I think it was like over 100 years old or something, this place, and it's really loads of rooms everywhere, and it had about 10 bathrooms in, and each bathroom had an antique, ginormous Victorian bath. So I had a lot of baths that weekend because I'd never, moving through water and all that, and it was massive. It was lovely. So, imagine you're in a big bath like that and you're kind of luxuriating in this move. There we are. Okay, and then now when Professor Ling Hao Shen does this, he goes a lot bigger, but we're keeping it subdued today. Relax the shoulders. Okay, just let the arms go. Just check your posture momentarily. And then part the clouds. So just tune into your natural connections. Nice and relaxed. Taking it easy. Opening the palms, good. Connections. And then just let the arms relax. Dragon plucks the stars from the sky. So really let go in the arm that you're not moving, and let go in both arms, but especially just let that hang. So you're actively letting it do. You're actively doing nothing. That's weird. you know. soft fist, and just be aware of what you are noticing. But then don't try not to get too stuck on it either. You're just sort of going, okay. You're observing. Okay, a little shake out. Right. Grasp the sparrow's tail. White crane spreads its wings. 20% in the front foot. So there's lots of ways of doing white crane, and they are all correct. So just have a little play around with it. You want to keep yourself correctly lined up though. One, two, three. One, two. So you feel that stretch and a slight release. Years ago, I had a look at the application of this move with teacher Ferris Jurgis. He's a very, very good Tai Chi teacher up in Newcastle, or I guess online now, like everybody else. And very good at the applications of moves. And I very foolishly asked him, how is this a useful thing? And he went bang on I held a pad for him, bang on my shoulder, and oh my goodness, it was pretty impressive. So there's a slight intention forward at the end. Okay, right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do golden cockerel stands on left and right leg, and this one is it's one of the movements from the second half of the form. So I'll just show it to you. Actually, I'll show it from the diagonal view. You might be able to see a bit more. So I transfer my weight. I lift my foot. Now, in this particular school, the toes point towards where we're going, but I have seen when Barry does it, he does it like that. So we'll do it like this, but feel free to experiment when you're doing it, when you're trying it out at home. So if you see it done a different way on the internet, you can just find out why they're doing that by doing it. So you transfer the weight, go like this, and then this hand comes up like that. So this is called the lion's mouth. Lion's mouth. Show you that. It's quite hard to see, isn't it, on a screen? The lion's mouth, and it's upwards. So it's not too far out, it's not too far up, it's slightly out. So last night we were looking at the uppercut punch, and it's almost like an uppercut punch, but with your hand in the lion's mouth shape. So we transfer the weight, this hand comes down, and it's like when we're doing the standing exercises, that one, that's pushing down, and then this is like that. I'll do it from the front, and then golden cockerel or golden rooster. Stands on left leg, golden rooster stands on right leg. So it's very good for your balance. So how to stand on one leg, keep your hips level, keep a bend in the knee. Keep a bend in the leg that you're standing on. So golden cockerel stands on left leg, golden cockerel stands on right leg. Okay, and then the other thing that's happening, we can do this as a little exercise. So as that rises up, that almost pulls down. So this rises up, this pulls down. And there's an intent forwards with the top hand to sort of show you from the side. Golden cockerel. And try it with the feet again. Great. Okay, we'll let that cook. So the golden cockerel comes at the end of snake creeps down, and then we do golden cockerel. But we'll, in the context of the form, but we'll just carry on. Check your posture. Repulse the monkey. Health exercise. So this one, you really want to be very relaxed but controlled in what your arms are doing. I'll show you that from the side. So it goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, keep breathing. Keep your breathing soft, gentle, natural. You want to keep your breathing natural. Nice and soft. Shake it. Transfer the weight and turn. Transfer the weight and turn. So really feel your feet. Check your posture. So when you're doing something relatively straightforward, check your posture, check your connection to the ground, check that you've got lots of room in all of your joints, check that you've calmed the mind, you're calming the mind. So it's rather, it's not emptying the mind, it's clearing the mind, as in you're being clear about stuff. You're not. hold the ball. Keep breathing. And then seamlessly wave hands like clouds. So with this one, make sure your hips are nicely sunk and you're correctly aligned. So with this one, I'm scanning across the wall, looking through one corner and looking through the other corner. Okay, step into bow and arrow stance, sink back, hold the ball, inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, double-handed push, hold the ball, sink the weight back, sink forward and turn, inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, show from the side, double-handed push. So my hands in front, my fingers point to the side for roll back. Okay, try that on the other side. So set your posture up, make sure that's correct, and then we'll do the sequence. Inspect the horse's mouth. Turn the palms over. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Okay, so second part of the form sneak in move number 2 for this morning. It's called grasp the tiger's ears. So this one will be along the diagonals, and what you do is you're in cat stance, then you go into rooster stance, and then you go into bow and arrow stance. So cat stance, rooster stance, bow and arrow stance. Okay, one more time this side. Cat stance, rooster stance with a slight bend in the knee, bow and arrow stance. And then so we're not, so it's fair, we're doing the other side as well. Cat stance, rooster stance, slightly further out than cat stance, bow and arrow stance. Cat, rooster, bow and arrow. So how that works. So we just start here. Cat stance, rooster stance, and you open out the arms, then bring the hands down and then round to grasp the tiger's ears. So like this to start off with, then you rooster stance. So the hands are like you've got your big broadsheet. Bring the hands down, heel, toe, and then round. Now these fists, they're not like that, they're not like that, they're in the middle. So there's this diagonal feel and there's this rounded feel to the fists. Yeah, if I use my lampshade, so 1, 2, 3. So you need, it's now, tigers' heads are bigger than lampshades, so it needs to be, there you go, that was handy. One, 2, 3. Okay, try grasp the tiger's ears on the other side. And then the other thing is, I'm pretty much staying upright. I'm not leaning. I'm staying. It's quite upright. I seem to recall in the olden days we leaned a bit more, but I could have just been doing it wrong. But it's definitely these days when he does this, it's quite boom, and it's bang, that kind of thing. If you're doing it at full speed, but we'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my feet have gone out of shot. 1, 2, 3. So 2, you're like stroking, you're stroking down, and then there's a change of direction. So it's 1, 2, 3. If we just do the arms, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was that. Yeah, you want to get that diagonal. It's quite hard getting these ones. 1 and 2 are quite easy, but getting the rotation correct so that your fists end up diagonal is quite tricky. 1, 2, 3. Okay, have a little shake out. Just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. We've got just enough time to go through the first section once of the form. Okay, I will move this out of the way, trip hazard, and we'll go through the whole of the first half of the form. Just once. We did it a lot last week. I think I've put most of the videos. I'll put the videos up. I think I've got most of the ones up to last week on the YouTube channel. Do check them out. Okay, here we go. So breathe in and breathe out. First half of the form. Breathe in, breathe out and begin. So you're very welcome just to watch if you don't want to join in. That's all fine. Push out, gather under, hold the ball. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Step, part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. 2. And 3. Cat stance. This time side step, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings, 20% of the weight in the front foot. Bring the hand over, hold the ball by the hips, brush knee and push. Brush knee and push. Brush knee and push. This time spear hand. Cut down. Raise the knee. Play the peephole. Come forwards a little bit. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sink forward, turn to hold the ball. Step. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Push out. Gather under, hold the ball. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds. 1. Step out with your left foot 3 times. Just about. Single whip. I had to adjust it to make room for the ball. Okay. Let's stand for a moment. So yeah, we only had time to go through that once today, but never mind. And then embrace tiger. Return to the mountain. So just feeling nice and relaxed, nice and calm, comfortable. Like you've got lots of room in the body. Good connection to the ground. Heavy as the ground, heavy as the earth, soft as water, light as air. And then see if it works this week. Rub the hands together and polish the face. And then rub the hands together again and give your lower back a rub. Oh, lovely. Okay. Check your posture. Just breathe for a moment. And then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together. And